Yeah, I got the little music going. Got the little songs going. Yeah. I like this little beat, man. I like this little background music, man. Something pretty cool. Something pretty cool. Let me grab that. And give people some time, man, to get in. Give some people some time to get in. So if y'all watching this live after the fact, just I guess fast forward 40 seconds. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and mute this phone for you guys because ain't nobody trying to hear that vibrating. Yes, sir. We back at it. So let's go ahead and jump right into this, man. What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing? And like I said, man, if you're watching this after the fact, hope you're having a pretty good day. All right. We got your boy Fresh here, man. We got your boy Fresh back on some BS. Your boy Fresh on BS. But it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy with this Fresh and Fit. And we already knew, man, that we wasn't going to that the last video wasn't the last that we heard of this man. So pretty much, if people have been living under a rock, if you don't know, Fresh and Fit, Walter and Fresh and Fit decided to deal with a chick who is a scammer, who is clout chasing, who is an IG model, who's a weightlifter. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she got everything in the book. She's known to do everything. They even trying to say she's an escort. Now, hey, that's what they say. That's what they say. Even Myron sat here and made a video about it. But at the end of the day, man, we got Fresh decided to deal with an IG model or whatnot. Pretty much something, man, that a lot of us go against, right? They're only for recreational use only, right? But this guy decides to sit up here, bust one in there, no condom, and now we're going through all of this bull crap, right? We're going through all of this bull crap to where she decides to expose this man, right? She exposed the phone call. She was the one who exposed the phone call. And, we already know what happens, right? Of course, it gets big, right? A lot of people dislike Fresh and Fit. So they sit over here. She sits over here, gets a phone call, records this guy. Now they've just been going back and forth. And for the longest, they've been saying that she's lying, right? Now, hey, I figured she was lying too. But at the same time, it was like, the phone call, right? The phone call was like, dude, sound just like Fresh. And Fresh, once again, is almost as if he understood, like, damn, okay, I kind of messed up. Generally, see, story time, right? Story time. A girl, right? This white girl, right? I put down the snow bunnies, but dealing with this white girl back in college, right? Mind you, at HBCU. I know people are going to be like, why are you dealing with a white girl in the HBCU? Long story to it, but dealing with this name chick, and I decided not to want to deal with this woman anymore, right? Now, we were off and on back when I was in JUCO. We were dating. We were very serious, but she was just very entitled, just one of your modern women, right? I was gung-ho over here. I was whipped, didn't see it, but, hey, cool, whatever. So we move on. I guess we're off and on. Fast forward, I want to say I stopped messing with her at the end of my sophomore year in JUCO. We stopped talking. We stopped dating. Then once I transferred to Winston-Salem, probably like mid football season, we decided to, rekindle. Or I wouldn't even say mid football season. It was back at the beginning of the football season. She wanted to deal with me again. So I said, okay, cool, whatever. We decided to deal with each other, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward. She's been, driving from Charlotte to Winston-Salem back and forth to come see me. We've always had sex with a condom on, right? Always had sex with a condom. Always had sex with a condom. Decided, after a few weeks of dealing with her, I'm like, man, look, I have no use for you. Didn't say it like that, but I just told her, hey, man, look, I'm focused on football in school. Don't want to deal with you anymore. She says, gets to begging, oh, man, what can I do to make it work? Yada, yada. The following day, after I told her, I said, man, look, I'm not trying to deal with this stuff anymore. She decides to create a fake. She decided to create a fake ultrasound right? And the only way I knew it was fake was because in a college, it said college, right? It said college, and then it said OBGYN or something like that. Now, I'm not hip to all that stuff, so I'm like OBGYN. I'm like, what college is that? What university is that? So I'm over here on Google searching all, what college is OBGYN, and I'm just seeing all of these different places, and it looked like it was hospitals, and I'm like, man, what in the world? So fast forward, go to Play Store, right? And I just typed in fake ultrasounds, and sure enough, the exact same thing that she was doing popped up, right? The girl wasn't smart enough to once again change the name, change the name of the college. It was all over the place. But that's the same thing that you got here, right? Where she pretty much tried to trap this guy, right? Supposedly. And that's why I said the phone call itself was mad believable. The phone call itself was like, I mean, damn, it was almost like Fresh just was almost like admitting that, hey, well, hey, yeah, I was busting in you. The point that I'm trying to make is when my girlfriend, or well, she wasn't my girlfriend, but when the girl sat here and said, well, we got a kid, we got a kid on the way. I called BS because I'm like, bro, nah, that's not the case. I wore a condom. I know that for a fact. But what happened if it burst? It didn't, because every time, man, I freaking did what I needed to do. I always touch the tip of it. I always push the tip of it to see if anything comes out. If something comes out, then yeah, the condom is broken, and 9 times out of 10, it was probably broken while you were already inside of her. But if I'm sitting over here hitting that thing and nothing coming out, I'm Gucci, baby. I'm Gucci. So, I'm sitting over here like, man, look, nah, that can't be the case. Hell no. I was confident, like, no. Right when she told me that she was pregnant or whatnot, and mind you, I'm failing this class where she sends me, like, this is the next morning after I break up with her or stop talking to her. Next morning, she sends me a picture on Snapchat of that ultrasound. Now, mind you, I am sitting in statistics about to fail this fucker. Right, I'm in this damn class struggling like hell. Football ain't going good either. Right, and you come over here with this bull. So I'm like, man, no, I know for a fact I'm not it. I know for a fact I'm not the daddy. No, ain't no freaking way. So much so that I saw the picture. If you're in Snapchat, sometimes you got to click the picture. Well, not even sometimes. A lot of times you click the picture to enlarge it, fooling on your phone. Man, I didn't even enlarge that. I just blocked her. But I was just that confident to say, man, look, I am not the pappy, homie. I'm not the pappy. I was that confident I was not the father. But she kept bullshitting. But hey, I did my due diligence. I said, man, we gotta figure this out. And come to find out, she's lying. Now, you have Fresh sitting on the phone, sitting here saying, hey, well, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. You can take the plan B. Well, why not? So I'm just kidding. But the thing is, though, he's just very calm about it, but at the same time, he's not denying it. So it's just like, that's why it's just mad believable. You have to take accountability for it that they are not trying to take accountability for. Now, at least on screen. But like I said, he just wasn't confident with it. So that's the reason why everybody's saying that he probably has to be the pappy. He has to be the pappy. So they decided to make a whole live about it, to address it for the 5th time. I don't know how many emergency meetings they done had about situations that involves them. I mean, goddamn, right? Goddamn. But hey, and I bet you, and I put my money on it because I was thinking about it earlier. I put my money on it that one of these two fools are going to get back into the exact same situation. If not, something similar. Like their name is going to pop up in the news for the wrong things again. And this is why, I mean, it's getting hectic. And I know a lot of people are going to sit up here and say, well, see, here you go. The last 3 lives you already done freaking did a damn Fresh and Fit. You're damn right. And this one it's going to be a live about them again. Because once again, I want to do more of the lives, but I'm so focused on getting videos out for you guys, and it really ain't got time for live. So I just got off work, cleaned my ass, right? I'm all smelling good, So I decided to come on here. Let's go ahead and talk about this, because once again, this is something that we've been on for a long time. And the fact that everybody was speculating, this is what you're going to get, right? This is what you're going to get. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and actually show y'all some of the messages here. All right. Show y'all boys some of the messages. Because once again, people had some issues with, us talking about Fresh and Fit, with us bringing up Fresh and Fit, right? Prime example, you got this guy. He's just pretty much he's just pretty much saying Myron's contradicting himself, yada, 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 this, that, and third. So then you had somebody else saying, bro is really a meat rider. He said, bro is really a meat rider, pretty much riding Fresh and Fit. You a whole ass adult, bro. Start a family or something. Get off the internet, right? And these are coming from Fresh and Fit fans who, once again, you're telling me this, but yet the same people you following don't even want to start their own family, but you trying to tell me to start one. Get real with yourself. So goes on. Somebody else says, look at this guy getting his bills paid by Fresh and Fit, yet talking ish about them. LOL. Once again, not talking smack, just talking facts. Not talking smacks, just talking facts, right? So moving on, we go ahead. We have, why are we just believing everything this girl says? And once again, right, excuse the noise, but once again, the reason why we believe everything this girl says, right, and I'm not saying that everybody did, and I'm not saying that even I did. It's just the video just seemed very, very convincing, right? And it seems that that Fresh was almost like, I busted in her raw. And then on top of that, he had videos. He had a video of where he admitted it. So once again, what are we doing here? Right? What are we doing here? Why are we once again trying to question something that's out there for you to see? Make it make sense. Right? So, like I said, man, it's whatever, right? Somebody else says she's not pregnant. Laugh my ass off. She said they spent time March 9th through the 25th. 30th, she had a positive urine stick test. Not possible. Blood test on the 2nd saying 3 to 4 weeks. Not possible. I mean, hey, once again, like I said, it was always alleged, right? Because we already know how women are today. But the fact that we know that, and the fact that Fresh and Fit know that, they shouldn't be in that situation. But yet here we are, sitting in that situation, sitting in that very situation that they tell these guys who, once again, are so diehard that they're not even willing to take accountability, right? That they're not even willing to hold their own accountable. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. But we all adults here. So you got your boy. You got your boy Mediocre Tutorials, and shout out to that brother. But he breaks this down fluently. I mean, he breaks it. I didn't watch all of it, but I did see the first part. Mind you, I couldn't even freaking find this video. I was trying my hardest. I'm at work all day trying to find this video. Couldn't freaking find it. So I see that your boy Mediocre Tutorials, he decides to talk about it. And it's good that we even talking about him too, because guess what? When they decided to sit here and say, hey, well, you know what? We don't like all of these people, once again, constantly, holding us accountable. We don't want this. We don't want that. They got on Mediocre Tutorials. They jumped on Mediocre Tutorials and reviews just because they had something to say. And excuse the noise. But you had Mediocre Tutorials and reviews. He's holding these brothers accountable. And what do Fresh and Fit do? Oh, no. Forget them, yada, yada, yada. They're just always talking smack. And once again, these are the same people who try to hold other brothers and sisters accountable. You can't hold us accountable. Well, you can't even hold your own accountable. So let's go ahead and see what Mediocre Tutorials got to say, man. Let's go ahead and see what Mediocre Tutorials got to say. Yeah, all in all, she was fake too. Yeah, she is. Most definitely she is. Most definitely, man. But like I said, man, the fact that them boys saw it, them boys speak about it every single day, shouldn't be able to fall victim that easily. Shouldn't have fall victim at all if we being technical. Should not have fall victim at all, to keep it technical. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. Hey, man, it's about to get messy. Hey, man, thank you, man. I'm gonna keep up the work, man. We got a lot of videos to drop, man. Let's go ahead, man, see what they got going on.
I'm also going to need some money to recover after that because it was very traumatic for me. Or if that shakedown doesn't work, it turns in a couple of months. I lost the baby.
A few moments later.
All the stress that's been going on for the past month,
it caused me a lot of emotional damage, and I've been starting feeling a lot of panic and like it's just like a lot going on.
Oh, I gotta say for these dumbass man, I got something to say. You let him hit it raw.
As you guys know, that I've been pregnant since March 1st. I've shown you all the receipt. I mean, there's no way I can fake it. And it's also, there's a document about doctor's announcement. So as you know, that's no way I can fake it. So I swear to my family that the pregnancy is true and the baby is precious. It's his baby, okay? Because all the stress that's been going on for the past month, it caused me a lot of emotional damage, and I've been starting feeling a lot of panic and like it's just like a lot of going on.
Oh.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees?
Every time.
And that's that. Once again, guys, that is so funny. Once again, guys, that is so funny at the fact that now all of a sudden, it caused so much stress. I done had so much stress. I done had so much trauma. This is what happens. Once again, guys, what do I say, right? What do I say? A lot of you women, all they do is jump on the internet just to air out their baby fathers and air out their men, right? Mainly your sisters, right? Mainly your sisters. But when you look at this shit like this, a lot of your women sit up here and air out their boyfriends, air out their significant others, right? Even Zion Williamson or whatever his last name is, his dumb self, he gets exposed by one of them little white girls that he was trying to deal with, right? I mean, and the dude wasn't even doing much besides trying to just say, hey, man, look, you look good, you look beautiful. And she decides to try to expose him. It just doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, it's like, what are we doing here? But this is the women that we have today. These are the type of women that we have today. The fact that she decided to drag you all throughout this mud. She decided to drag this man all throughout the mud. And now all of a sudden, it's just so much stress. Well, it's this. And this is the same thing that we always see every single time. Women start some shit that they cannot finish. And then when it doesn't go into their favor, they then play victim. Well, how was this? Oh, well, they did me wrong. Oh, well. Y'all saw Amber Heard when she sat over here and did everything she could to get a man locked up, right? An innocent man locked up. She did everything she could to get an innocent man locked up. And when it was all over, she was still crying. She still sat here, and I believe she was trying to play victim still. So once again, a lot of your women today are very, very manipulative, mad. Right. That's all it is. Manipulative and mad. And that's all this is. You try to destroy this man just because what? He probably didn't want to deal with you. And the thing is, she contradicted herself so many times. She said that I noticed, she said that she wasn't about money, but then she's asking about child support. Right. She's over here. She lied about a few things. So like I said, she's all over the place. But good thing we got our good brother Mediocre Tutorials to break all of this shit down. And he pretty much did the work. He pretty much did all the work. So shout out to that brother. Let's go ahead and continue, man, because like I said, this is getting good. Right? This is getting good.
I'm on public. I'm just trying to get myself together and trying to be positive and to show you guys and show other women like a good example that we are strong. Even though we're going through some kind of situation in life is not always perfect. So no matter what, we have to be strong. I have to be out there.
That's that victim bull. That's that victim mindset once again, and that's that tactic every woman do when they start to lose, or when they sit up here. Right? When they sit up here and they just can't finish a fight that they started, they then start tucking their tail and saying, hey, well, I'm the victim in this whole situation. Megan Thee Stallion does the exact same thing. Megan Thee Stallion does the exact same thing. And the sad thing about it, sisters still encourage her. Sisters still love her. But Megan Thee Stallion has done the exact same thing, bro. She's done the exact same thing, sitting here being the villain in the whole situation, and then turning around and saying, "Hey, well, society makes me out to be a bad person. Nobody has my back. All my friends are fake. This, that, and the third, bro. Like, cut it out." Same thing with Angel Reese. I wish I could pull the video up, but we ain't got time for all that. Same thing with Angel Reese. If y'all saw her post-conference video or her post-conference interview where she lost to Caitlin Clark in Iowa, she said that, people, make, people sexualize me. I just been quiet all year. People this, people that, people badmouth me. Once again, making herself a victim when all you do is look at all of her videos, look at all of her pictures. She sexualized herself. You look at all of her videos, you look at some of the shit that she does. You're just one of those other sisters, bro. You're just one of those other sisters. And I can pull up a video right now where a guy tries to holler at her. And guess what? They just dog on this guy. They clown on this guy. And they said, hey, well, she has a boyfriend. I called it right then and there. I said, they're not going to be together. It does not matter. And sure enough, they're not together. She even made a freaking video about that. I'm single. I need to focus on me. I need, I'm tired of giving my energy out to somebody else. These women make themselves a victim every single day. And it's an issue. It's an issue because that means they cannot take accountability. But we already know this. Back to the video.
For myself.
Mind you, this was all brought on by her. Ma'am, you made it public. They didn't make it public. You made it public. You outed him. Now you're talking about emotional distress while grabbing and clutching your head? Ma'am, this is self-inflicted. You could have kept it quiet and handled it behind scenes. See, there's a such thing as a court-ordered paternity test. But you went straight to child support payments and keeping him out of the child's life after he wanted the A. Oh, this is right out the playbook.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to keep the baby. I know there's a lot of boys been talking about she's been baby trapping. She's planning the whole story.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries and
there's no reason if I want to baby trap him, why would I decide not to keep the baby? Because I actually planned the baby with him. Do you guys understand? I've been taking a lot of supplements since January.
Oh,
okay?
This is crazy.
Since January, like the day I went back to China, I told all my
and this is the fact that she's even saying all of this, you're saying that you're putting yourself through this whole thing, right? She's saying that she took all of these supplements, that they quote unquote planned for this, that they did this, that they did that. Now all of a sudden, you can't have the baby anymore because of the stress, because of the drama, because all of the shit that you put on yourself. And once again, we call this out day one. Now she plays the part where she says, hey, well, y'all don't understand what I'm going through. Y'all don't understand the situation. Y'all don't understand this. Y'all don't understand that. Sis, we understand everything because we called this out weeks ago, right? Myron and Fresh called that out weeks ago. Right, you even had some of these dumbass Fresh and Fit fans call it out weeks ago. So I mean, it's a once again, as they always say, it's a play right out of the playbook, right? It is a play right out of the playbook. And you can see this. Her elevator doesn't go all the way up to the top. Maybe because she's a foreigner, So hey, maybe if I go over there, I might seem like her over there and overseas. So like they probably look at me like we look at her. Like, I mean, we don't know what you're saying. I mean, half the time you don't even make sense. So I wouldn't even know how you would make sense elsewhere. It just doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't make sense. But like I said, it's a victim mindset. It's a victim mindset. The fact that she says, hey man, look, we've been planning for this. Now we're going to go into the we're going to gaslight everybody into believing, all right, we're going to gaslight guys, right? We're going to gaslight everybody, right? To make them believe that, hey, she was preparing for this, that this is real. That's what she's trying to make us believe. But we already know it was fake. We already knew it was fake all along. But I mean, hey, once again, man, like let's go ahead and continue to go, man. Let's go ahead and continue to go. Goddamn Fresh.
Friends, I'm not gonna, because I'm a social drinker. I don't like alcohol. I used to do bodybuilding. Alcohol is just not my hobby. So I've been planning to keep myself healthy, taking supplements in order to get pregnant, in order to plan our baby with Walt.
Hey, no cap, man. I be drinking. Hey, boy, you gotta love some alcohol, man. You gotta love some alcohol. Now, there has been times where I drank before I worked out, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I still push through. But I don't know why she even trying to say all that, because look, man, I'm a bodybuilder too. We know you. We know what you are. We know what you are.
Walter Weeks. So I actually manifest this baby.
Oh!
And God gave me the baby. So can you imagine? I was very emotional when I had a video call with him, when I had a voice call with him. I was actually very emotional because God actually gave me the baby. God gave me what I want. Of course, I wasn't going to kill it. I'm not going to kill my baby.
But yet here we are. Here we are. You saying you didn't want to yoke the baby, but here we are, right? You say you didn't want to go ahead and yoke the baby, but here we are, yoking the hell out that mug. The mug that probably don't even exist. The mug that probably don't even exist. But just off of the strength of this, the baby doesn't exist. Like we're just gonna have this call for what it is. The baby doesn't exist. The fact that you sitting here saying that, hey, God gave me a baby. God, and then she even said it in the video with Fresh, right? On the phone call with Fresh. Well, this is what God wanted, right? This is what God wanted. God wanted us to have a child. God wanted me and you to bring a child into this world. Even though I know you didn't agree on it. But hey, guess what? We're going to keep pushing the narrative that, hey, Fresh wanted the baby, right? Now, do I believe that shit? No, I don't, right? I don't. Even as dumb as he is, I still don't think. I still don't think he wanted this bull. But this is what happens when you do what you do. But like I said, this, once again, the victim mindset, the victim mentality, the fact that you can sit up here and say, I don't want to kill the baby. I mean, you just making it seem like you don't want the baby to go. Now, all of a sudden, right, you done gaslighted everybody into believing that you about to have this damn child. Now, all of a sudden, now you want to back out and, oh, well, I'm going to have to do this. And guess what? She's going to go through with it. People, she's going to go through with it so she can get from under this, shit she done started. She started this. Now, all of a sudden, she wants to get out of it. And this is why I say a lot of you women sit up here, jump on the internet to bash the very man that they lay down with. God, dog, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. And she think we dumb. Like, the fact that she really trying to play us all, bro, that's funny. That's funny, man. Going on, man. Moving on.
Because I planned the baby with him. But just everything, after everything's going on, really, I'm not going to be a single mother.
What she's calling out here is the public perception of this entire situation, which is something that I've been calling out from the beginning. And it's actually what Destiny called out from the beginning as well, that this was a whole baby trap. But what's interesting is that
Amazing helps Anthony through night classes. Amazing starts at CSL Plasma. Donate plasma today and receive up to $700 your first month. You can help create medicines that save lives while making a difference in your own. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing.
on the Fresh and Fit podcast, remember when they had that lawyer come out? The lawyer called out her exact game plan right here.
Ask yourselves, what kind of person, if you were dealing with something truthful and this serious, does this records it, and immediately publishes it on the internet, and then continues to follow it up with more internet postings. What kind of human being, is a serious human being do that? Does a person who has any self-respect or respect for other people do that?
Does someone who actually want to have a kid do that?
No.
Like that's the other thing too for all
No.
you simps in the fucking chat right now. Abortion. Bro, do you think someone who's actually really pregnant with a child will do this shit? Like,
Well, and what I'll
common
tell
sense.
you
Some of
too
y'all
is
in the
a
chat are some fucking simps,
classic
man.
tactic on this. Classic tactic on this
Like, y'all are
is
some fucking simps in the
it
chat.
becomes the I'm going to need some money to terminate pregnancy. I'm also going to need some money to recover after that because it was very traumatic for me. Or if that shakedown doesn't work, it turns in a couple of months. I lost the baby. My goodness, I lost the baby. It's so, and by the way, now I'm very upset that I lost the baby. And obviously I'm not going to return the money for the stroller and for the car and for all the down payment on the condo that I said that I needed because I was going to have your child. But yes, I lost the baby. And if you say, well, are you sure you were pregnant? Or you, oh, how dare you ask that? Look, I have something from Planned Parenthood that I've posted on my social media that, there's no way to edit a PDF, guys. Don't you know that? Don't you know there's no way to take a generic piece of paper from Planned Parenthood that anybody could get for $10 and change it to say whatever it is you wanted to say? And then in a few months, just turn around and say, oh, I lost the baby. It's such a tragedy. And again, if you defend yourself, if you say anything in the court of public opinion, you lose no matter what, which is why, again, revenge is a dish best served cold. There are criminal and civil penalties for this kind of behavior.
So in essence, you cannot baby trap unless you were actually pregnant. But if you really were never pregnant, then this is the perfect out to continue to sue him for financial gain. So it's really not baby trapping. It's like emotional distress. I had to delete the baby trapping. What's so crazy is that I thought that you were religious. You said that yourself, that because of your religion, you would never result to getting an A. But all of a sudden now it's changed. I am just really surprised how she can have so much of a straight face as she lies like this.
Now, the only thing is, we've been seeing this since the beginning, right? That's the only thing about it. We saw this at the beginning where, once again, she's saying that, hey, well, I wouldn't kill the baby, but, I'm very religious. And here you are doing that, right? Here you are doing that. She has a lot of contradictions, guys. She has a lot of contradictions to where it's just like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, I mean, hey, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Right? Y'all tell me. But back to our big bro.
But above all, Fresh is still an idiot for going raw daddy in this woman right here.
I don't want my baby grow up without a father. Even until now, he's not showing up. I asked him to do a DNA test. I asked him to speak out. He refused. Instead, he's been acting like a fucking child.
You could do court order
and playing a song like celebrating me being single mother.
All I gotta say for these dumbass bitches, man, I got something to say. You let him hit it raw.
But you guys, you're not gonna get away with this because I'm not gonna be a single mother. I'm not letting my child grow up without a father. That's not fair. I grew up in a.
I mean, get away from what? I mean, what do you mean? Yeah, y'all not going to get away from this, sis. I hope you know this is what they wanted, right? This is what they wanted. They wanted you to sit up here and they wanted this to happen. And probably the reason she's even coming out and saying this is because she's like, okay, the pressure's getting a little too hot, right? The Lord is on my ass. You got Fresh and Fit on my ass. The pressure's just getting too hot, and more than likely some legal issues about to come about, and she's about to eat dirt, right? She's about to eat dirt. So who knows though? But once again, she's been on BS since the beginning, right? She's been on BS since the beginning, man. Like I said, a lot of women want to sit up here and post and vlog their issues and vlog their problems that they have with their boyfriends and stuff. But if you just stay quiet about it, nobody has those issues. I just had a video pretty much talking about, how a lot of your women, pretty much go over here and go talk to their friends, and their friends once again hype them up to go make bad decisions or, not date the guy that they're currently with, even though they have a good relationship. They may have a few bad arguments. The woman wants just some type of advice, and she goes over to get some advice, get some bad advice. Now she's effed up, right? Now she's probably going to become a single. She's going to have a lot of issues that she wouldn't have if she didn't come to the friends in the first place. Same thing here. You wouldn't be going through all of this had you just shut the hell up. You wouldn't be going through all of this had you just shut up. Had you just shut up and just monitor and just did what you were supposed to do, and whatever issue you have with Fresh, handle that. But don't once again sit over here and try to get clout points, because that's all this is. She's just clout chasing. That's all this is just clout chasing. That's all it is. That's all this is just clout chasing to the max.
A single family, and my mom left us when I was 10. I know how it feels. It's horrible. Because when I was young, like my schoolmates, my people from school, they've been laughing at me like, why don't you have a mom? It's just very complicated, and I know how it will affect my baby.
So you're going to terminate the pregnancy because you grew up in a single parent home? Do you not think that you grew up well adjusted and got used to life without having your mother there? Is that then reason? I am, yo, just imagine the logic for a second that you wanted to keep the father of little baby Abba away from Fresh for not wanting to have the baby, for wanting to terminate the pregnancy. But here you are now admitting that you want to do the exact same damn thing. How does any of this make sense? It only makes sense if you were never pregnant. To begin with, and looking for a check. I thought you were religious. What happened to that? And why is not adoption an option? A religious woman would definitely consider that as the next best option, wouldn't she? I really think what we're seeing throughout this whole thing is that this woman probably considered Fresh a client at first. Then that transitioned into wanting a relationship or acting like a relationship when she realized that he's a mark after seeing how messy that he was moving, shooting up the escort yams. She must have thought that she hit the goddamn Mega Millions, to be honest with you. And I have no doubt that after she realized his degree of mark, she began to prepare, and what she said, her body in any way possible to have a child. But I doubt she was ever pregnant to begin with, because in the back of her mind, she was thinking extortion. But this is the playbook that high value men need to be aware of. Get the baby batter. Fresh definitely delivered right there. He admitted on his goddamn show, claimed to be pregnant, show receipts, right? Receipts, claim emotional distress, and then sue for that emotional distress. I was really expecting Maury Povers to come out of retirement for this one to declare to Fresh, in the case of little Abba, you are or not the father. But seriously though, I've maintained, especially after she agreed to taking on Abba as the name of the child, I thought a woman that would do that, or a woman that would be utilized as a tool within a beef, is a dastardly woman that would lie on some shit like this. Putting the insignia of the child's father's enemy on the child while also complaining about raising a single child and all of the stress that they're going to encounter for being raised in a single parent home. It's so much inconsistencies between what she has said previously and the way that she's acting right now.
And as you can see, with Abba and Preach, when they decided to sit over here and have an interview with this chicken head, you could, once again, with all these questions, because he was essentially setting it up to where it's like biased questions. They kind of try to make Fresh seem bad a little bit, but also, at the same time, he was asking some decent questions. But once again, they have beef with each other. So, of course, he's not going to make Fresh seem good in any kind of light. Besides, why did you lay down with that man? What made you want to lay down with that man? And every time she's talking and every time she's, trying to explain herself or trying to overcompensate for her bull, right? she's always looking down as if she's reading a prompt or if she's talking to someone, as if like that same video where she was calling Fresh ugly. She was like, he has an ugly soul. He has an ugly heart, which, I mean, like, if y'all just watch the video, y'all just like, man, damn, I just know for a fact her elevator does not go all the way up to the top. Her elevator does not go all the way up to the top. She needs help. You get what I'm saying? She needs help. That's why I feel like there's more behind the scenes than just her, right? Yeah, she's main culprit of shit, but I feel like there's more behind it. I feel like there's somebody else behind her enticing her to do some of the stuff that she's doing. Prime example, look at the picture, man. Look at the picture that I'm on right now. Just look at the picture that I'm on. What she got to do looking the other way? Now, KB, why are you looking down? Because I'm looking at the screen, right? I'm looking at my own computer, right? And then I'm looking at the camera. So, but trust me, not reading off no script. Not reading off no script. The way I fuck up on these videos, I'm not reading off no script. I'm not reading off no script. But like I said, man, you know, it's she's proved everybody point. Right. But the thing is, I want Fresh and Fit fans to understand, right? Fresh and Fit fans need to understand this is not a get out of jail free card. This is not a I told you so moment. This is not a damn, okay, finally we got the heat off of us. The fact that you are still in this position, the fact that your credibility is still effed up and you just made it worse by doing this bullshit, it's just only going to get worse. This doesn't exempt Fresh and Fit from anything. These are same people, man, who are gurus, right? Who are gurus who try to teach other men how to pretty much not fall victim to shit like this, but they still continue to fall victim to it. Myron, okay, right? It happened the first time. He still shouldn't have did it. Once again, we're held to a higher expectation, but Myron shouldn't have did it, but he still did it. Cool, whatever. You would think at least Fresh would learn, but no. Once again, right? There's so much in between the time Myron, you know, got his little situation going on and Fresh got his situation. There's so much that happened between that time. Once again, credibility been shot, right? Credibility been shot. So, you know, but like I said, man, you know, I mean, it's just making sense. I mean, how can you not want the child? You said you don't want to kill the baby. You said you don't want to do this. And this is something that a lot of your women do. This is something that a lot of your women do when they try to trap a man, especially a man with tons of money. Even just a regular guy, they want to trap him. And they sit up here and they do stuff like this. They play dumb. Oh, I didn't know he was like this. Oh, I didn't know this was going to happen. Oh, I didn't. It's always an excuse. Excuses are like assholes, women. Everybody got one. Everybody got one. So, I mean, like I said, man, you know, and once again, Fresh is not exempt for any of this. He's still in the wrong. He still need to be held accountable, and he still lost credibility at the end of the day.
That makes me think that she was never pregnant to begin with. This was more than likely a plot for clout, which she got on the back of Walter squeezing off deep inside of these cheeks and releasing his seed up inside a very unsavory woman. But here's what it is at the end of the day, that through Walter's week's will, we have all been reminded of an incredibly valuable lesson. Women have been conditioned, whether it be through the power of the sister code or within media today, or just within the culture, the power of their coochie. They scream it from the mountaintops saying coochie runs the world and all type of bullshit like this. Really, coochie only runs the world controlled by weak men. A strong man cannot be controlled by a woman's insides. And women like this will utilize their insides for a come up. But men, listen to me, you must have strong enough will not to give in, while also understanding that while they call their coochie shit like portals and shit like that, you must understand the value of your seed. Gentlemen, do not be releasing your seed within these women. I don't care how good that it feels. Some of the greatest men on this planet have been taken down by a woman utilizing your weak will against you. And this, in my opinion, was the latest public attempt. Protect your seed, gentlemen, because this might have been you. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Go to tourismreviews@gmail.com. I really think that she wants this to go away at this point. She probably underestimated the impact of what the story was going to bring. Maybe she thought that Fresh and Fit weren't going to clap back, go gun-ho against her, based off of the fact that they thought that these were lies from the jump. But what's crazy is if you think about it, everybody got what they wanted out of this situation. Fresh and Fit got the media attention and inevitably came out victorious. And now we know who this chick is. It's funny how media works. Until next time, YouTube.
I want to go ahead and just put it on the right. I just want to put it on the right face, put it on the right face because that's going to be the thumbnail for the rest of this video. But let's go ahead and get back to the full screen, right? Let's get back to the full screen. So, man, we better go ahead and wrap this bad boy on up. But this is what happens, right? This is what happens, man, when you, once again, be a hypocrite. This is what happens when you be a hypocrite. Fresh and Fit, hypocrite. Fresh and Fit, a hypocrite. Fresh and Fit, baby, a hypocrite. But at the end of the day, man, you can't, like I said, as the brother said in the comments, I can no longer take Fresh seriously. He destroyed his credibility with me. Is he a pimp? Yes, the credibility is destroyed, right? The credibility is destroyed. And I don't even think he even came in with a lot of credibility just off the strength that, right? Just off the strength that just off the strength that, once again, people didn't even care for him to be on the show to begin with. Right now, for me, I think he's very integral to the show. I think, he's important, right? He don't add much, but it's Fresh, right? That they made that shit together. So, Myra can do it all by himself. At the end of the day, he can. But, it's definitely a plus to have that boy Fresh on here. But the sad thing about it is, and we can't just say Fresh messed up Fresh and Fit. They both did. Right? They both destroyed their own name just because of the shit that they do. They both destroyed their own name because of what they did. Or not even what they did, but some of the things that they've done. Right? And mind y'all can go back to my previous lives, right? Where, my last two lives where I broke it down. I broke it down excellent, right? I broke this video down with so much precision where you see where, right, because people were saying, why are we sitting over here believing this woman, right? That's what somebody in the comments said. Why are we just believing everything this girl is saying? Because the guy from Fresh decided to lie about his chains, right? Or the chain that he bought the girl, a bracelet or whatever, right? He decided to admit that he did do what everybody's accusing him of doing to her. Right. He did that. Right. He did bust in her. Right. And he did admit that this wasn't his first rodeo. He admitted that this wasn't his first rodeo. And it might have been the same rodeo, but he admitted that he did this before. So when, once again, guys, and once again, when everybody is bringing this up, when everybody is saying, yo, like, bro, this brother is, he's not it, bro. He's just, he's on bullshit, right? When people ask, why are we sitting over here believing everything this woman is saying? Because look at the track record. Look at what he admitted to. Once again, Fresh admitted to doing this stuff. But even let's just say he didn't admit to it. Let's just say we didn't have those things. You can just look at this. You can look at the past, right? You can just look at the past. You can look at everything that Myron was a part of. They've both been a part of that shit. So their name is always tossed around in a bunch of dirty shit that the name shouldn't even be a part of, right? Because they're a part of this community, right? And we hold each other accountable. But the sad thing about it, and this shit right here, and he said, man, that everybody got what they wanted out of it. Fresh wanted media, they wanted clout and all that. But at the same time, what do they really gain from that? What do they really gain from that? They get more publicity, but at the end of the day, and he can say it's a dub, right? Fresh and Fit can say it's a dub, but look at what y'all had to go through. Look at what y'all had to go through. Not worth it. It is not worth it whatsoever. Let me take a little water. Pause. Look at all the shit that they had to go through. Like I said, they can sit over here and say, hey, they essentially won. She got, she essentially probably extorted this man out a bunch of money. Maybe. I mean, and then on top of that, to sit over here and say, well, why are we believing this woman? This fool then sat over here and made a full live video with this damn woman in his car with her wearing shades. Y'all remember the video? So once again, we can't, like I said, they can say they won, but this shit right here exposed them. This shit right here really exposed the Fresh and Fit fan base. Now, I can say other situations exposed it, but this right here just really tells me everything that I need to know about their fan base. Y'all got exposed for not, number one, Fresh and Fit got exposed for not holding each other accountable. Right now, once again, I did say that more than likely they held each other. Well, more than likely Myron held him accountable behind closed doors. But at the same time, that's all it needs to be. This having an emergency meeting and then calling fans, calling people who support y'all, dumb efforts, imps, and all of this stuff, just because they're holding you accountable, because they're calling you out. Come on. But you have most of the fans, oh, well, no, you're BS. No, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Go start a family. You're this, you're that. Like I said, they got what they wanted out of it. Her and Fresh and Fit got what they wanted out of it. But at the end of the day, it still exposed a lot about Fresh and Fit. That anytime they get into a situation that they put themselves into, they will not hold themselves accountable. Yeah, maybe behind closed doors, and do what you got to do. Like I said, I agree. Myron said I talked to him behind closed doors. Do your thing. I do not disagree with that. I was just saying that it would be smart to just do it out in public, just to give it out, just to get it out there. I will say that would be a smart move, a smart play call on their end to just say, hey, well, let's go ahead and we're going to talk about this on air, and I'm going to have to call you out on it. Right? I'm going to have to call you out on it. Simple. That's how we move on. That's, once again, as I stated in my video before, that most men are going to give you logical solutions to your problems. Most men are going to hold you accountable if you're wrong. And like I said, Fresh probably held, but not Fresh, but Myron probably held that brother accountable, definitely behind closed doors. But at the same time, once again, they already knew what they were getting themselves into, but they still chose to go ahead first into it. So like I said, this shit right here exposes everything. They lose credibility. All of the lying, right? All of the, all of the lying that Fresh was doing. And then turn around and admitting it, right? You turned around and admitted it. That dude is about as bad as Tiffany Henyard. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man, because once again, he makes those videos fun to watch. But you look at Tiffany Henyard, she said that she doesn't own the Tiffany Care Foundation or whatnot, right? Then you have videos you would literally have a video of you saying that you started one. You literally have pictures of you on. Come on, bro. It's even in your name. I've never heard anybody sit over here and make no KB LaFleur Foundation, and I wasn't the one that started it, or at least actually be a part of that. Who makes? Hey, right? Hey, that's what she wants to put it out. But that's the same thing here. You're saying, hey, well, she's lying. It's just a possibility, right? The fact that you did what you did is just a possibility that if you did what you did, she could be pregnant. That's what we're all going off of. It sounds like you on that phone, and then on top of that, it could be pregnant. So people can get upset. Well, dude, your last 3 lives, man, was on Fresh and Fit. Yep. And this live is going to be about Fresh and Fit again. And one thing people say is you don't freaking hold men accountable. I'm holding brothers, man, especially people, man, that motivating me to want to jump into this content and actually start making this content. I'm holding these brothers accountable because this is just not something that's acceptable for the black community, for this community in general. Man. So, man, like I said, bro, this Fresh will never be able to live this down. Like I said, y'all let me know, man, down below, man. How do y'all feel about Fresh's credibility? Do y'all feel like, man, Fresh has any credibility at this point? Do y'all feel like Fresh can get himself out of this situation? Right? Because like I said, the fact that you can't even hold these brothers accountable, and their whole channel is about men improvement. He even said that it was about man improvement. Then on top of that, right? Then on top of that, academics called Fresh out and said, man, dude, You met this girl on a yacht. Generally speaking, right? Because you drink it, speaking generalities, right? That's what we really do around this channel. And people can get upset. I mean, oh, well, you always talk about most women. Yes, most women are feminists. I will tell you that. The reason I would tell you that is because if you ask most of your women, hey, do you hey, as a woman, you should cook, clean, and take care of the household. Women, if the first response is, well, what should the men be doing? Well, what is this? That is a feminist response. And you will get that same response from most of your women. Well, does he expect me to just be doing all of the work? If you get a man, right? If you vet your man properly, if you vet your man properly, you get a good guy. You get a guy, man, who is on his P's and Q's. A man is going to be a man. Most of your men are men, not boys, not pookies. Most of your men are men. So you get a man who's on his ground. You get a man who's doing what he's supposed to do, like you're supposed to be picking. You won't have to ask those questions because that's just innate for a man to do. But women pick so many trash men that they get freaking PTSD every time they deal with a new guy. And every time somebody tells them, hey, you need to be, taking care, you need to be taking care of your man, they're always going to say, well, is the man going to take care of me? That is a man's job. But hey, guess what? Women are so bad that they don't even know what anybody roles is, right? They want to cherry pick out what role they want to get from a man. It's just it's wild. But when you look at Fresh and Fit, what do you expect? Right? Look at what you get. Look at what you get. So, like I said, man, it's sad, man. It's sad. And I want y'all, man, to let me know down below, man, how do y'all feel about this? How do y'all feel about this, man? Do y'all feel like, man, this is something, like I said, do y'all feel like this is something that he can come back from? And like I said, academics, he jumped on him. He said, man, dude, like you met this girl on a boat. Now all of a sudden y'all in love with each other. You bring it onto the show, this and that. This dude, Fresh, I don't know if it was with the same girl that we were just talking about, but I guess she airs him out. She puts him on blast. She does something. Now, all of a sudden, they break up and then they get back together. What does DJ Academics do? Expose him on that. So it's like, damn, Fresh, like what? And somebody has the audacity. One of Fresh and Fit fans had the audacity to sit over here and say, why are we believing everything she is saying? Look at all of the evidence that Fresh dumb self created. Look at his trail. Look at his trail. It's a trail of bad decisions and F-ups. Not mistakes, but bad decisions and F-ups because he knew this stuff was going to come back, bite him in the ass. He knew that. So I don't know, man. Look, y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about this? Like I said, man, how do y'all feel about this? This is it's wicked, bro. It's wicked, man. It is freaking wicked, man. It is freaking wicked, bro. But let me go ahead and read some of these comments, man, before I get on up out of here. Let me read some of these comments. So somebody says, always a victim, never the predator. I love women, but they making it hard to date. I don't give a F about nothing but free cookie anymore. Because all you're gonna get in is drama and issues nowadays. That is a fact. Right, that is a fact. Somebody else said, I can no longer take Fresh seriously. He destroyed his credibility with me. I think that's what it should be with most of your fans at this point. I think that's what it should be with most of your fans at this point. If we constantly keep sitting over here putting Fresh and Fit through the ringer and they can never take accountability for it, what is the purpose of them even having a channel, right? You're just as bad as the women that you bring onto the show. You're just as bad as the woman that you bring onto the show. If you can't even damn hold yourself accountable, if you can't even say, well, you know what? We effed up. This is something that we're going to have to eat. But that should have been a one-time thing or a two-time thing, right? At that. And, once again, a mistake is a mistake. And, hey, it'd be a different story if Fresh was clapping the IG model and he had a condom on. Then it's like, okay, right? We'll still say, man, you're still dumb. We'll still say you're still dumb, but you took precautions, right? You took precautions. The condoms happen to break. I mean, once again, there's always still ways to prevent it. Pull out, check, put it back in. Pull out, check, put it back in. I know it's going to get annoying, but hey, you pull out, You got in a freaking stroke for about a few minutes, pull out. All right, it's cool. Go back in doing your damn work. But this guy wants to just go raw doggedy dog, and now he's in a situation that he's in. And then once again, let's not forget that he admitted to that. He admitted to doing that to her, and then he admitted to having the exact same situation happen before. So I don't know. Y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about this, man? Like I said, this brother, like I said, this brother's all over the place. Fresh and Fit has lost all credibility, right? And the fact that Myron sat up here and he had the cone hat on his head. I don't want to say that other stuff, man, just because I don't know, YouTube just be on bull. But you had that cone stuff on your head, right? A lot of your people that messes with you is black, and that's some of the stuff that you do. This doesn't make any sense. Like, what's the purpose? Like, what did you gain out of doing stuff like that? Right? What did you gain out of doing stuff like that? You got your girl, what's her face? Just Pearly Things. She lost all credibility. And like, I don't even think anybody really keep up with Just Pearly Thing anymore. Like, I really don't think anybody really keeps up with it, just because, like, number one, she grifted, right? She really wasn't even about the red pill. Same thing with Sneeko. He wasn't really about the red pill. I mean, he let somebody sit over here and smack his girl right in front of him. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how anybody. I mean, I don't know. You can't. There ain't no coming back from that. Like, for me, there ain't no coming back from that. And I get it. Hey, they apologize. He apologized, and he corrected himself. Nah. Right? Nah. Right. It'd be a different story if he was still doing if he was still a part of the red pill community or whatnot. But you see some of the shit that he do. He's not a part. He's not about this shit. He wants to be. He wants to be on YouTube doing shit that Kai Kenten is doing. And even though Kai Kenten and Speed, they ignored this dude in the hallway, but once again, I guess you got to follow the crowd. I guess you got to follow the fucking crowd and the trend, and that's pretty much what Sneeko did. He followed the crowd, he followed the trend. So like I said, I feel like that's where Fresh and Fit is going down. I feel like they're going down a hole that, it's just going to be very hard to get out of. And I think it's very hard for them to get out of this shit right now, just because of the shit that they're putting themselves through. So I don't know, man. Look, y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe, man. I enjoyed this live. I enjoyed the people that came by, said what's up. Got Retro Big Cat, what's up? Wesley Frank, Wesley Firkin. Can you say your last name? Sorry, brother. And then you got Crypto Life Bags, man. So once again, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all, brothers. Appreciate y'all coming, man. Like I said, if y'all watching this video after the fact, do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe. I got a new little background here. You know what I'm saying? Got my globe, got my little hourglass or whatever, but it's like 18-minute glass. And then got my line right here. You know what I'm saying? I got my line. Y'all know I love lines. If I believe in that spirit animal bullshit, a lion would be my spirit animal, right? I love a lion, right? Love some lions. So, like I said, man, do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe. See y'all next time. Let's go ahead. Hopefully, we might end up having another video. Like about this fool again, or right, we might have another video about something else, right? Probably Kendra G. Who knows? Who cares? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe, man.